they've been bombarding an area in Homs called Khaldi for like 3 hours. They've been bombarding with mortar bombs and tank shells, T-72 tank shells, because a part of a Syrian army defected and went to that place. The civilians went down to welcome the Syrian army. So they bombarded it randomly with mortar bombs and tank shells, tanks T-72. In the first half an hour, we've got 40 people dead. Now we've got about 200 dead all around Homs. There's still people underneath the destruction. We can't move them. All the buildings have been filled over bodies, over human beings. There's kids dead, women dead, men dead. We can't get medication into Khaldi. They're shooting at the Red Crescent ambulance. They're shooting at the civilian cars. We're trying to get medication in there. We can't help them. And now it's happening all around Homs. They're bombarding us. And no one's doing anything about it. The UN and the Arab League are just sitting and discussing while we're just sitting here and getting killed. We have 200 dead in the last 3 hours. In the first half an hour we've got 40 dead in the first half an hour. And we got the video up on YouTube. They've been bombarding an area in Homs called Khaldi with mortar bombs and tank shells. There's still civilians under the destruction of buildings. We can't get them out. We're trying to get medication in there and food in there, and we can't get them in. The snipers are shooting at us. In the cities, in the narrow civilian streets, on rooftops. An hour ago, I just went on a rooftop to get civilians. The street is right next to me, like 400 meters, right over there. I went and picked up 4 civilians who were burning in the house. A mortar bomb came right on the rooftop of a civilian house. These are the mosques. The mosques are they're asking help from God. They're asking help for people. They're asking blood. They're saying we want O negative in our field hospital. We want A positive in our field hospital. We've got so many casualties. We've got over 500 casualties, and they might not live. We don't know if they're going to live or no. We need blood. They're asking help. No one's helping us. The UN isn't doing anything about it. The Arab League isn't doing anything about it. They're discussion, and while they're having their little discussion, people are sitting here and they're dying. They don't know what to do. These aren't animals dying here. These are human beings being bombed by mortar bombs, being bombed by tank shells, and no one's doing anything about this. We're just going to sit here and get killed. There's just one message I would like to get out: that we're not going to stop. The Syrian people are not going to stop if they kill millions. But we will remember that no one did anything about this, because a part of a Syrian army was on a barricade. A part of that barricade defected. I think it was about 50 to 60 soldiers. I don't know what they had with them. They defected and ran away to a place called Khaldi, an area in Homs called Khaldi. The civilians went down to welcome the Free Syrian Army, to thank them for their bravery, because they left the Syrian army. When the Syrian army found out about that, it started randomly bombarding with tank shells, with mortar bombs. It's like they're killing animals. These are human beings. They've been stabbing kids. They've been stabbing women, raping women, and no one's doing anything about this. This isn't a game here. This is a reality. This is actually going on. All these footage you've been seeing on YouTube of women being raped, people being burnt, that's all real. This is not a game. This is actually going on. Animals. These are human beings. They've been stabbing kids. They've been stabbing women, raping women, and no one's doing anything about this. This isn't a game here. This is a reality. This is actually going on. Animals. These are human beings. They've been stabbing kids. They've been stabbing women, raping women, and no one's doing anything about this. This isn't a game here. This is a reality. This is actually going on. Raping women, and no one's doing anything about this. Animals. These are human beings. They've been stabbing kids. They've been stabbing women, raping women, and no one's doing anything about this. This isn't a game here. This is a reality. This is actually going on. Animals. These are human beings. They've been stabbing kids. They've been stabbing women, raping women, and no one's doing anything about this. This isn't a game here. This is a reality. This is actually going on.